Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Sean Chase. Welcome back to the Post Up Spot. I got the LaBello boys, my man James, Jerome. So the conversation, the topic right now is because these boys on this foolishness. Um, what did you say? Who was in top five in the league right now?
Oh, Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant's not top five in the league right now. How is that possible?
Kevin Durant ain't top five, bro.
So who is top five?
All right, I got you. You got Giannis,
I got Giannis,
Steph Curry,
Luka.
the Joker, Kawhi Leonard.
I don't know if I could put Luka in the top five.
What you mean, bro? You see what he did this year?
I take Luka out. You put the Joker in there.
I put the Joker in there.
You put Embiid in there.
Nah.
Jerome, who you got in the top five, man?
I got Giannis number one. All right.
Yeah, that's right.
So let's see. What's my next one?
Yeah, it was.
I actually have the Joker number two. I got Embiid number three.
What?
I can't argue that too much.
Just kidding, he ain't trash.
I got Steph at number four. Okay. And I have. No, you know what? Durant number four.
Nah, you weren't even gonna put Durant, bro. Nah.
Who you got at five?
A Steph. So KD 4, Steph 5.
All right, so for me,
hold up. Before you go there, how can you say that when right now Steph Curry is about to be in the finals and where's Kevin Durant?
It's a team.
That's a team
sport,
thing, though.
Oh,
It's a
bro.
team.
If we're on the pickup court and we're picking, you're picking your team. You're picking up five.
Mm-hmm.
Who you picking up first, Steph or KD?
Steph.
All right, I can't respect. I respect that.
Yeah, respect.
For me on a pickup court, 7 foot. I'm taking that all
You
day.
just can't.
I'm taking that all day.
I can make up.
7 foot and can shoot just as good as Steph. So I got Giannis number one.
Okay.
I got the Joker number two.
We all agree on that.
Right.
Okay.
I got KD 3. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I got Kawhi 4. Who am I missing? I need one more.
You say
I don't know.
You say Embiid.
I'll throw Embiid up there.
Oh my!
I'll
I give
throw
him.
Embiid.
He's like 6 for me, bro. He'll almost make the list for me for sure.
Why is LeBron? So the next question is, why is LeBron no longer in the top
See,
five?
now you're really gonna start.
Why is LeBron no longer in the top five?
Bruh.
He don't. To me, he don't play defense anymore.
He doesn't play defense.
He doesn't play both ends of the court.
I lose respect once you start like sitting games for sitting out for no reason. So like that's what makes him and Jordan a little different. Not a little, a lot of different. Is that
Jordan played every game he possibly could.
Yeah, if like he played on the flu, and we're not trying to talk about the flu game or anything like that. But the fact that he did that, and you got LeBron who can't even like he feels a little off. He's like, nah, let me rest. I feel like for him it's always a resting, and he can't fully play.
But is that a LeBron thing, or is that an era thing, or an era this era
Well, yeah,
of the NBA, this low management era,
Yeah,
which we could thank Greg Popovich for, or is that just now all these contracts are guaranteed, so dudes don't have to show up to work?
Right, and just like everybody knows, he went to LA not to play basketball but to make movies. That's the number one topic we should be talking about. He didn't. Yeah, he's still trying to win rings and stuff. I'm not saying that, but like, why go to LA? That's to be honest, that's Kobe's team. Always will be Kobe's team. Like, if you're trying to make a legacy for yourself, either you go back to Cleveland.
He should have stayed in Cleveland. He should
Yeah.
never left Cleveland to begin with, personally, in my opinion.
But I'm saying, like, the fact that he keeps jumping on different teams, like, I literally thought when he had to decide when he was leaving Cleveland again, I thought, okay, he's either going to pick the Heat or Cleveland. There's no way he's going to go off and pick a random team or whatever. No, he picked the Lakers, and you're telling me all of a sudden now he's making a movie? Like, come on now.
It was a business move, right?
Yeah, it had nothing to do with
We
basketball.
just made up like 5 topics right
I
now.
know.
So no, because look, who's top 5? Why is LeBron not in the top 5? What's with the load management in this era? And also, which
Hey, man, load management is simply, like I said, and we normal common folk who make hourly rates or have lower salaries, as many days off as our boss will give us that they'll pay for, we're going to take them, Johns.
Yeah, for sure.
Most people are. are gonna
Right.
take them joints. So
Yeah,
if you getting your money, like we talked about this, if you're getting your money up front on day one before you even work, why even show up to work?
you're right, for sure.
So you know what? You know what's another topic too? Is because you said L.A. the Lakers will always be Kobe's team.
Yeah, always.
But out of all the L.A. stars that went by there, you got your Magic Johnsons, Kobe, all
The
that
greatest
stuff.
Magic is not the greatest Laker all time.
That you got who's when you see the Lakers.
I just think of
Who do we
Kobe,
got?
and maybe because
Because that's
my
our era.
Yeah,
That's
I
our
was gonna say,
generation.
maybe that's my
Right.
and that's why I think that. Because I always, not that I forget about Magic, I just like maybe it's almost like Kobe came around our era, so it's like it
Yeah,
kind
I
of we
agree.
forget about Magic and stuff like
I
that.
agree, but I want to know those that are actually watching this that grew up watching Magic. Do you still see the Lakers and say the Magic Johnson's team?
I do. I think
don't.
I think I was at the tail end of the Magic era, and then I watched the entire Kobe era. Kobe's my guy.
Right.
Like he's that guy for me. So for me, but I still see to me the NBA still belongs to Magic, Larry, and Michael. The
Yeah,
NBA is not what it is today without those three.
for sure. It's just like saying how rap wouldn't be rap without Tupac.
Right.
It's the same thing.
And I think all the NBA is doing now is trying to find people like Magic, Larry,
Right.
and Michael to carry that torch again.
Yeah, it's not even close.
I think they don't want to give the torch to Giannis because he's international. I think if he was an American
But we
born
can all
player,
agree, like we just agreed, that he's number one.
Giannis,
Yes.
he's the guy right now.
Yeah.
He's
But
the guy.
but
There's
how
nothing to
how
do
can
where
that
he from.
but how the heck can that man be the number one player, which he is, I agree, but yet seems like he gets no coverage.
Well, also because he plays for Milwaukee.
That's part of it, but that man's an international
Wait.
star.
Bro, if LeBron was playing for Milwaukee right now, everybody would be
Be
talking
there,
about
yeah.
Milwaukee.
They pushed LeBron since he
They
was
pushed that
young.
LeBron narrative,
Yeah.
that phony goat, as Skip Bayless would say.
Yeah.
That man bootleg, as my man would say. Look, listen, I have a lot of respect for LeBron as a player. He's just not my guy.
Yeah.
I don't even think he's better than Larry Bird, to be honest with you. But I know people gonna jump on my head for
That's
that.
another thing. How can, I don't understand the topic of where you can go, okay, Jordan or LeBron. How y'all just gonna skip Kobe? How you gonna skip Larry Bird? How you gonna skip those people and then be like, all right, LeBron and Jordan? Jordan, obviously he's up there. Ain't no comparison. But you can want to go and say, oh, is either LeBron or Jordan the best players of all time? That don't make sense. How many rings have he won? How many finals did he go to? Everybody hates talking about that. Like, oh, but you know the numbers. This is no, bruh. The number speaks for itself. Stop trying to play
Give
around.
LeBron some kind of respect, man.
No, you have to listen.
I'm not giving him. Okay.
We just don't think he in that GOAT conversation
Yeah,
like that.
bruh.
But to come into the league at 18 with that chosen one, the next king on your back, and do what he's done in his career.
Now you can say one of the greatest of all times, but not the
He's not the
greatest of all
GOAT.
time.
He's not the GOAT.
That's what I say.
He's
about
not
that.
the GOAT.
To me, it's Jordan's killer mentality. And if LeBron had Jordan's killer mentality with his body,
Oh, dude, it would
Yeah.
be a wrap.
That's Carl. That would be Karl Malone, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, all wrapped up into
Yeah,
one.
for
If
sure.
he had that killer mentality,
For
yeah,
sure.
that's who
he's always
LeBron.
looking
That's
to
who
dish it
LeBron
out.
would be.
So he's looking to dish it out, but that's why.
But that's his game, right? He's a
Magic.
facade. He's more Magic than
He's more
Jordan. That's
Magic
what you
than
were saying, right?
And the game is soft now. It is soft.
Oh, I don't know if that's. You can at him, Jimmy LaBello,
Another topic.
Nina's husband, because
Not yet, boy.
I don't-
We're getting there.
I don't think the game is soft. I think there's still a physicality to the game. I think
It's soft.
the game is not allowed to be as physical as it was because
Yeah,
they want to keep the
that's-
stars on the
that's-
court. They
yeah.
don't want to see people getting punched in the face or clothesline. I
Now,
think these
when
dudes.
when I say soft, I'm not talking about players.
Hey,
that
ask Kevin Durant if that Boston defense was soft.
Okay, but hear me out. When I say soft, I'm not talking about like those guys that train hard every single day and working hard. But like when you come into the league and you like, it's like even little touches. Even if you get hard, ain't nobody goes and breaks a neck when they go hard, bro.
Alright.
Nobody.
That's
No
not-
matter.
There
how-
is too much flopping. There is
No,
too much
there-
flopping.
Bro, even when you get punched, you don't flinch that hard.
These boys flop like it's FIFA. Go
I know
ahead,
they're
Jerome.
trying to.
No,
They're
that's
trying to
part
get
of
the
their game
ref.
now.
Well, but that's what I'm saying, and they're trying to get the refs' attention. I get it, Well,
'Cause
then
I wouldn't say it's that soft. I just think one, it's part of the game now. Acting's part of the game, and two, also
that's why you went to
these,
LA. All
these
that.
players though. These players are in the best shape any player in any era has
In the
ever
history of the
been in.
game,
Some of
100%.
the biggest, strongest dudes you'll ever watch.
Well, that's just in any. Everybody's starting more to
right,
develop.
Right,
Hey.
right. But that's not. It's not more physical. Now the refs aren't allowed to call certain calls.
So let's jump on that point you just made, Jerome, about
And
these players
LeBron.
being in the best shape of their life, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna jump on your point, and we're gonna piggyback off, and go back to Jimmy's point. If they're in the best shape of their life in this era of the game, because of technology, right, and all the things, modern medicine, why so much load management? Why the necessity?
And do you dare ask the question? Was just people will make this? I don't think this is true. But was Jordan playing against less talented people?
Nah, most of the
No, but I'm just saying, like, because we're saying these guys are more developed, they're more this and that, and
but a majority, if you look at who Jordan had to beat to get championships.
no, I get it.
Peyton and Kemp,
I get
Barkley,
it. I get
Stockton and Malone.
Listen, I'm not.
Had to go through Patrick Ewing, had to go through the Bad Boy Pistons, had to go through Larry Bird.
I get it.
They beat Magic and the Lakers one year. Almost everybody he's beat for a championship, unlike LeBron, I'm gonna go to the championship every year like I got a Disney pass and lose, is a top 50, top 75 player all time.
Yeah, I get it.
So
Well, let me go to that question about load management.
go ahead.
So, I think it's more of a mental thing now, where because these guys are so much bigger and stronger, mentally you have to be in the game 100%. If you're not, you can risk really hurting yourself bad. So I think the load management thing isn't necessarily a thing where it's like, oh, I've worked a lot, I think it's about time to take a break. I think it's more of, dang, I played all these games, now I'm just going to take a break because I don't feel like I'm 100% in it. But some people abuse it, and I think that whole thing with Kawhi a few years ago, abused it. Shoot, I even think Kendrick Nunn right now is abusing it. So the Lakers.
What percentage of it do you think is not necessarily physical, but also mental health related?
Oh, I think it's more mental health, man. Because I don't think they're physically hurt or tired, but I do think it's a mental thing, and they can easily get hurt if they're not in the game 100%. So I think it's more, let's say, 70% mental, 30% physical, I would say.
Yeah, I'll go there.
All right.
Because these guys are built to be the best shapes of their lives. I know they're going up against other people that's in the best shape of their lives too, but you're prepared for that physically. Mentally, it's a whole different ballgame.
How much of it do you guys think has to deal with, and this will be our last question, and we're going to get out of here. How much of it do you guys think has to deal with now all these top players, these top 10, these top 15 players, these players that are trying to get into the GOAT conversation are just trying to preserve their body for playoff runs because they know that that's what's going to define their legacy.
Yep.
I think a huge portion, I think
too.
I think a big portion of it is that, but I think a bigger portion, as we were saying before, is that once you get money up front and guaranteed money, there's really no real reason to show up to work on a consistent basis until you really, really need to.
But this is also why you have a team, a stacked team, like LeBron's trying to do. LeBron doesn't want these young cats on his team.
They
He
lack the
wants
experience.
guys that are proven, that know how to play the game, so he can actually sit down and be like, well, these guys can actually win the game for us. Now I'll show up during playoff time. That's how you create your team now.
Yeah.
You're not carrying your team regular season to play in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Hey, man, we hope you appreciate this NBA talk. Jerome, Jimmy, your man Sean Chase, the post-up spot. May God bless you and keep you wherever you may be. May you find Jesus as your Savior. Love. See you next time.
Stay bootleg.